Hello yogis, welcome to class today. We're going to start in a Virasana position, so it's where we're kneeling with our toes pointed back. If for any reason this is uncomfortable for you, you could take a block, open up your heels and sit on the block. Just like this. So take your pick, whatever you are comfortable with. And then put your hands on your thighs, close your eyes and come into your breath. There's so much going on in the world today. It's really important to take time to center ourselves, to relax, come into the breath, come into the present moment. Taking time for self-care. This position helps to stretch out the ankles, the front of the shins. And let's go ahead and move into some alternate nostril breathing. So I take my index finger and my middle finger and I put it on my third eye, which is in between my eyes. I take my thumb and I will push my thumb onto my right nostril and release, and I'll use my ring finger on the other nostril. So exhale all the air out of the body. Close off your right nostril. Take a deep inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Exhale out through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. One more. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale through the left. And relax your hands down. Take your arms, reach them out and up overhead so you could awaken your eyes. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the right hand down to the floor. Reach your left arm up and over. Gaze under your left arm. Inhale, cartwheel the arms all the way up and over. Drop the left hand down. Reach your right arm all the way up and over. We'll come back to the center. Inhale, raise up tall. Exhale, come into a twist. So bring your left hand on the right knee and drop the right hand towards the back of the room. Inhale, lift up towards the center. Exhale, twist opposite side. Inhale to the center. Interlace all 10 fingers. Take your hands, push them away from you. Cat the spine. So find the roundness in the spine. Bring your chin into your chest. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Find the little back bend, the cow face. Exhale, cat posture. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Hold it here. Take your arms, release them behind the back body. Interlace all 10 fingers. Puff out the chest. Open up the shoulders. Lift your chin towards the ceiling. Find the back bend as your hands chase down towards the floor. Exhale, modified rabbit. Drop your head to the floor. Top of the head comes down. Lift your hips up. Reach your arms up overhead. And then inhale, slowly come on down. Let's move into a tabletop position. So we can bring our hands directly underneath our shoulders and bring your hips over your knees. Let's begin to undulate the spine so you can play around with your cats and your cows. Look over your left and your right shoulders, finding your heel. Let's go ahead and take it a bit deeper. Drop your hips to one side of the mat and walk your hands to the other side, stretching in through the side body. And then inhale, come back up and over. Walk your hands to the left, drop your hips to the right. And then come back into the center. So today I had a request for booty yoga from my student Martina. She comes to all my classes all the time and she's absolutely fabulous. So we're working on our booty. I hope you guys are ready. So go ahead and lift your right leg towards the back of the room. Flex the heel a lot. And we'll go ahead and we'll pulse it up for 10 times. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And let's go ahead, bring your leg out to the side for awkward airplane. So it'll be parallel to the floor. Hold it here and then bring it back towards the center line. Exhale, awkward airplane. Inhale, kick it back. 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 We've got 5 more. Awkward airplane and back. Awkward airplane and back. We got 3 more. Awkward airplane and back. We've got 2 more and back. Last one. Hold it here. Find some baby circles going forward. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 5 circles going back. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your foot, swing it all the way up and over to the left side. Curl the toes under, look over the left shoulder. Create the C curve with the whole right side body. Inhale, come all the way back into your awkward airplane. And then find the C curve, swing it to the left, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, awkward airplane. And then kick it back, C curve. Awkward airplane, C curve. Awkward airplane, C curve. We've got 5 more. You've got 5, C curve. 4, C curve. 3, C curve. 2, C curve, and 1, C curve. Whew. Hold it there, and then slowly drop your knee back into the tabletop position. Let's go ahead. We could maybe bring our hips to your heels. Let's find our child's pose. Walk your hands all the way to the front of the mat. Whew. You can drop down to your heels. And then we'll slowly come on up. Get ready for the other side. So go ahead, flex the left toes towards the back of the room, and then we'll lift the left leg up. We've got 10, drop it down. 9, drop it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let's go ahead and take our leg out to awkward airplane. So glide your leg off to the left side of the room. See if you can get it parallel to the floor and then kick it back. We have 10 of those. We got 9, kick it out, and then back. 8, kick it to the back of the room. 7, awkward airplane, kick it back. 6, kick it back. 5, kick it back. 4, kick it back. 3, kick it back. 2, kick it back. Last one, hold it here. 5 circles going forward. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do 5 the other direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it all the way over to the right. Find your C curve. Look over your right shoulder. So see if you can find the heel of the left foot. And then we'll inhale, come forward, awkward airplane. Bring it out to the side. We've got 10. Kick it to the C curve. And then out to the side, 9. C curve. 8. C curve. These are good ones. 7. C curve. 6. C curve. 5. C curve. 4. C curve. 3. C curve. 2. C curve. And 1. Whew. And then just find your child's pose. So bring your knees together, drop your hips to your heels, and you can bring your hands to the back of the mat. Palm face up. So if you guys are mad at anybody, be mad at Martina. Let's go ahead and reach our hands tall towards the front of the mat. So come up high on the fingertips, tenting them up long, stretching through your lats, your serratus, your side ribs. And then slowly walk your hands back. Curl your toes under, and let's find fire toes. So we can come up to the top of the mat. Actually, curl the toes under and find your fire toes. So it's where you curl the toes under, lift through the chest. It's going to stretch your plantar fasciitis, the Achilles, the flexion through the toes. So it's a great posture to help work the feet a little bit. Maybe bring your hands in the heart center. So inhale, see if we can lift our knees up off the ground and drop our heels down. So reach your hands forward as you go ahead and do so. Are you able to do that? Drop your heels down even more. Yeah, there you go. And then inhale, come into your prayer, dropping your knees down. And let's come back, reach the heels back. Yeah, and if you fall, just come back into it. No big deal. And then drop it down. We got 8 more, so drop it back. 8. Come on back. 7. Come on back. You got it. 6, come on back. We got 5, and back. 4, back. 3, whew, and back. 2, and back. Last one, and back. Hold it here for just a moment. Whew. So we're gonna go from here. We'll kick the heels back, but in the next round, we'll go ahead and come into a chair pose. So let's go ahead and try one slow motion. So we'll kick it back. Yeah, feel free. And then inhale, lift it up for chair. Exhale, come on down. And then hands into prayer, drop your knees. Lift the knees, reach forward. Find your chair. Come on down. Come up high on your tippy toes, tap the knees. So reach forward, chair, come down, tap the knees. Lift it up, chair, hands in prayer, tap the knees. Drop the heels. Inhale, lift chair, coming down, tap the knees. Hip, drop the heels, inhale, lift chair, drop it down, tap the knees. Lift the heels, chair, hands in prayer, tap your knees. Ooh, drop back, inhale, lift chair, coming down, tap the knees. Let's do 5 more. Reach it forward, chair pose, drop it down, tap the knees. Reach forward, chair pose, drop it down, tap the knees, reach forward, chair pose, reach forward, drop it down. You got 2 more, reach forward, chair pose, drop it down, tap the knees. Last one, reach forward, chair pose, drop it down, tap the knees. Woo! Let's find a downward facing dog. We won't torture us too bad, right? So just drop the knees all the way back, walk them back. Whew. Curl the toes under, pedal it out left and right. Does that hurt a little bit?
Yeah.
I know, owie. Let's inhale, shift it forward into a plank position. So we know we're in a proper down dog when we could go from plank into down dog without having to move our hands and feet. So exhale, shift it back into your down dog. Inhale, shift it forward, plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift it forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift it forward. Hold it here. Rock and roll your hips side to side. So drop your right hip down, center, left hip, center, right, center, left, center, Imagine there's music playing. Woo! We got 3, 2, inhale, lift. Last one. And then find your plank position. Come into Vashisthasana. So drop the left hand down. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Not yet. Not yet, Martina. So you're in that side plank. And let's drop our hips down to the floor. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. Drop it down. Inhale, lift. Drop it down. Inhale, lift. Drop it down. And lift. We've got 5. And lift. 4. And lift. 3. And lift. 2. And lift. Last one. Inhale, lift. Find your plank. Let's move right into the other side. Yes, I love that you did the alternate. So drop to the other side. Drop your knee if you need to. This is your yoga, so drop the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift. Drop it down. And lift. Drop it down. And lift. We've got 5. And lift. 4. Lift. 3. Lift. 2. Lift. Last one. Lift. Find your plank position. And drop back into child's pose. Knees go wide. Feet together. Stretch the arms long. Yeah, so if you need to find a variation, please go ahead and do so. That includes even if you were wanting to do any more advanced moves, feel free to take your options. It's your practice. Or if you need to drop something down, you're always welcome to. This is your safety pose, so if anything ever gets too difficult, you could always drop back into a child's pose and then just catch up when you're ready. And then for the vinyasas, if you ever want to skip the push-up, you're always welcome to. Just go from plank straight into down dog and skip the chaturanga. So it's up to you how you want to take your yoga. That was fun. Let's go ahead. Curl the toes under, find your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, peel the hip open. So since it's booty, we're going to have to find some hip circles. Getting our hip joint all warmed up. Let's find the other way, so move in the other direction. And if you have it in you, take the wild thing. So go ahead, drop your foot back, lift your hand forward, lift your hips up towards the sky. So you can stay here, or if you have the full wheel in your practice, you come up high in the left fingertips, pressing the heel of the hand down. And you can press your hands all the way down into the floor. Maybe you straighten the legs just a tad. And when you're ready, come back into your 3-legged dog. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Drop the right foot down. Inhale, lift, left leg goes high, bend the knee, peel the hip open, find your hip circles. So maybe start going forward. And then you can go backwards. If you have it in your practice to find the wild thing, go ahead, flip your dog into a wild thing. Reach towards the front of the room. And if you have it in your practice to come into full wheel, go ahead, pivot on the heel of the right hand. And when you're ready, flip it back into your 3-legged dog. Exhale, drop the leg down towards the floor. Inhale, shift it forward, find your plank pose. Let's go ahead and lift the right hand towards the front of the room. So if you want to take the left hand into the middle, you can. And just reach the right hand towards the front. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left hand. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. Come up high on your toes, bend the knees, lift between the hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat, forward fold. Let your hands hang, or bend your elbows and put your hands on your elbows, and you can sway side to side, stretching out the whole back side of the body. Let's take our hands behind our calves, put them in between the legs and crisscross them on the shins. So we lift our hips up tall towards the ceiling. Let your head hang heavy. Release your hands. Inhale, find your half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold down towards the floor. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your arms all the way out and up overhead. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment. So this is a great time to create an intention if you have one. Send love out to the world. It needs it so much right now. Inhale, bring your arms out and up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Drop the left knee down towards the floor, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Palms touch, cross just the thumbs. Pull the biceps back by the ears as you push your hips forward and down, lifting your heart. So in this position, if you ever need blocks, you're more than welcome to use them. Exhale, half split. So if you need the blocks, go ahead and use them. Lift your right toes up towards the sky. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold. Shift forward, find revolved side angle. So curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, plant the left hand, lift the right hand. So right hand up, left hand down, and lift your left knee off the mat. Find the twist. Bring your left ribs close to the inner right thigh as you gaze up towards the back of that right hand. Drop your hands down to frame the foot. Lift your heart and walk your hands towards the front of the room. Stretching long through your torso, really coming low with the thigh. Side angle, bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot, drop the left heel down, and inhale, lift the left arm up. Release your hand down to the floor, walk your hand all the way to the left side of the room. So really stretch it all the way far to the left. You can let your head hang heavy down towards the floor. And then walk your hands back to frame the foot. Come up high in the left tippy toes. With control, come up high in your fingertips. Begin to press your right toe down into the floor. Inhale, lift crescent pose. So find the high crescent. Melt into the right leg. Kick the left heel towards the back of the room. Take a moment to soften the pelvis. Tuck it under. And then stretch the left leg towards the back. Let's find 3 taps with the left knee. So slowly come on down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up. Last one. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up. We'll release our hands down to the floor. Step it back. Let's take a flow. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down, low plank. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Take your pick. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Lift your hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step it between the hands, Anjaneyasana. Drop your right knee down to the floor. So when you come on up, make sure your knee is over the ankle. You could always use your blocks here if you need them. Otherwise, palms touch, cross the thumbs, lift your heart up towards the sky. Pull the biceps back by the ears, really opening up through the shoulders as you gaze your heart up towards the sky. Push your hips forward and down. Exhale, half split. Release your hands down to the block. Shift your hips over your knee. Flex your right foot up. So flexing the toes. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Come into revolve side angle. Plant your right hand down onto the floor. Curl the right toes under. Lift the right knee off the mat as you lift the left hand up. Bring your right ribs close to the inner left thigh. Finding the twist in through the torso. Release both hands down to the floor. Come up high on your right tippy toes and walk your hands all the way to the front of the room. So you're really sinking into the front left leg. Keep pressing your right heel back. And then walk your hands back, side angle. So bring your left hand to the inner left thigh, drop your right heel down. Inhale, lift the right hand up. Find your breath. Drop both hands down, walk your hands all the way to the right side of the room. Stay lifted in the right quad. So you're stretching through the torso. And then walk your hands back to frame the feet. Come up high on your fingertips. It'll help you as you transition. Begin to engage your core and begin to lift up into a crescent position. Kick the right heel towards the back of the room as you melt into the left knee. Find your smile. And slowly tap the right knee down to the floor. We've got 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap it down. 2. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, tap it down. Inhale, lengthen. Cartwheel our arms down to the floor. Step it back. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Let's find our child's pose. Knees apart. Feet together, stretch your arms long, forehead down. We'll go ahead, we'll curl our toes under, find your downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out, left and right, left and right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Take your right foot and kick it out to the right side of the room. So it's kind of like a straddle position. Press your left hand down into the floor evenly. Inhale, bring it back towards the center line. So drop the right hip down, square off your hips. Exhale, bring it all the way out to the side again. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. We've got 5 more. Inhale to the center. So we've got 5 to the center, 4 to the center, 3 to the center, 2, back to the center, last one, to the center. Step your foot between your hands. And let's come on up, crescent position. Inhale, lift it up. Bring your biceps to frame your face. Let's find the revolved crescent. Left arm forward, right arm back. Gaze over your right hand. Take your hands into a prayer, revolve crescent prayer twist. Take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Softly press your hands together. Keep them in the middle of the sternum, so try not to let them shift all the way up into the right armpit. Step your left foot to meet your right, coming into a crescent prayer twist. Come up high on your right tippy toes. Inhale, lift into a modified tree. So flex the right foot. Your left elbow is glued onto the right knee. And then go ahead, lift your arms up towards the sky. Straighten your right leg out towards the front of the room. And then glide it back, revolved half moon. Left hand down, or right hand down, left hand up. So right hand down, left hand up. Yeah, use a block if you need to. Flex the back right foot, spread the toes wide. Inhale, come back up, find the modified tree. Lift your arms up tall towards the sky. Take your hands in the heart center. Let's see if we can find the twist. Bring your left elbow and your right knee to touch. Slowly come down back into your twisted chair. Shift the weight into the right foot, come up high on your left tippy toes, step the left foot back. Crescent prayer twist. With control, slowly come up to the crescent, revolved crescent. So bring your right hand back, left hand more forward, gaze over the right hand. Inhale, lift both arms up tall towards the sky. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Let's step it back and take a flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Pedal it out, left and right, 5 breaths. Inhale, lift your left leg up, kick the heel towards the back of the room as you roll the left hip down towards the floor. Exhale, open it out to the side of the room. Inhale, kick it back. Out to the side, inhale back. So we've got 8, kick it back. 7, kick it back. 6, kick it back. 5, kick it back. 4, and back. 3, kick it back. 2, kick it back. Last one, kick it back. Whew. Let's go ahead, bring the foot between the hands, step it forward. Let's find crescent position once again. Inhale, lift, hands come up tall towards the sky. Find revolved crescent. Bring your right hand forward, left hand back. Gaze over the back left hand. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Crescent prayer twist. Find your grounding. Find a spot on the floor to look at for your drishti or your gaze if you want more. Look at the side or up towards the ceiling if you want an added challenge. With control, step the right foot to the top of the mat. So the right foot meets the left. You're in a chair twist. Come up high on your left tippy toes. Keep your left knee and your right elbow glued together. Raise your left knee up off the mat. Inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky. You can straighten your left leg towards the front of the room. Glide it back, revolved half moon. So we'll take our left hand down. Is it the left? Yeah, left hand down, right hand towards the sky. Revolved half moon. We'll slowly come back up, find our modified tree. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And then soften the right knee, slowly come back into your chair twist. Come up high on your right tippy toes. Lift your right heel off the mat. This is ostrich, and as you extend it towards the back of the room, it's Tulandasana. Step it back. Crescent, revolved crescent. So we're going to come on up, bring your left hand back, right hand more forward in that revolved crescent position. So we're just reversing out of it. And then inhale, lift, arms up high to the sky. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, find your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Let's go ahead and reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Yeah. Inhale, shift it forward into a plank. Exhale into the down dog. Inhale into the plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Switch hands. Right hand down. Take your left hand to the back of the room. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one. Exhale, back. Push your hips high to the sky. Whew. Come up high on your toes, bend your knees, look between your hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your fingertips to touch the floor. Inhale, lift chair pose. So spiral the pinkies in, melting the shoulders down your back. Let's bring your chest to the thighs and draw your arms down and back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, arms down and back. Inhale, lift. You have 3 more, arms down and back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lift, hold it here. Melt and do it a little bit more. And then exhale, fold down to the floor. Whew. Pedal it left and right. Let's take a block off to the left side of our mat. Okay, put your left hand onto the left block. Yogi toe lock the right big toe. Lean into your left foot and bring your right foot up parallel to the floor. Hold it there for 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Other side, you can move your block if you need to. Yogi toe lock the left toe. Shift the weight, bring your leg out to the side, hold it there. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Whew. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your arms all the way out and up overhead. Let's take your feet mat distance apart. Drop your right hand down. Reach your left arm all the way up and over. And then we'll cartwheel our arms up and over other side. And then back up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Keep your feet wide. And then bend your knees, bring your heels in. Malasana squat. Bring your hands into heart center. So use your elbows to push your knees out wide as you find a nice tall giraffe neck spine. So reach up tall through the crown of the head towards the sky. Let's go ahead, lift our hips up parallel to our knees. So yeah, lift them up, find a nice flat back. Exhale, drop your hips down towards the floor. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. And let's go. We've got 5. Drop it down. We've got 4. Drop it down. We've got 3. Drop it down. 2. Drop it down. Last one. Drop it down. Whew. Hang out here. You can release your hands down to the floor for just a moment. Let's go ahead, find a half lift with that one. So spin the heels out, find the half lift to straighten the legs, kind of give them a little bit of a relief. And then we'll come back into that Malasana squat. So this time, let's reach our hands towards the front of the room. So we'll reach our hands towards the front and then lift your hips up halfway. Yeah, there you go. And let's just hold this one. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, find the Malasana squat. Whee! And then we're going to do one more where we bring our hands towards the back of the room. So walk your fingertips towards the back. And then you can lift up your hips, lift your hands up off the mat, keep your hips parallel to the knees, and let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands in the heart center. Go ahead, straighten your legs, spin the heels out. Let's come back in, one more Malasana squat, because I know you guys can do it. Hands in the heart center. Lift up tall through the crown of your head, and let's find the half lift again. We've got 5. Drop it down. Inhale, lift 4. Drop it down. Inhale, lift 3. Drop it down. Inhale, lift 2. Drop it down. Inhale, lift 1. Drop it down. Find the fold. Whew. Half lift. Ah, mama. Malasana squat. We've got 5 more seconds of each exercise where we reach our hands towards the front of the room. Lift your hips up off the mat, parallel with your knees. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We could drop it down. Just a moment. Walk your hands to the back of the room, palm face down. So you could have your hands down on the floor, or if you're able to lift them up, go for it. Inhale, lift the hips up and lift your hands towards the back. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Whew. And then go ahead, find your half lift. Spin the heels out. Let's go ahead, take a wide leg fold. So drop your right foot to the back of the room. Bring your toes in and the heels go out to the sides. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold. Walk your hands towards the back of the room. Inhale, half lift. Take your right foot, point it towards the front of the room. Come into a side angle. So bring your right hand into the inner, or left hand to the inner left arch of the left foot and reach your right arm up towards the sky. And then drop both that hand down to the floor, come up high in your, or actually keep your right heel down onto the floor and walk your hands all the way out to the front of the room. Take your left hand, reach it underneath your legs and grab the outside of the right quadricep. So it's coming into a deep twist. And then you could take your right hand onto the left ankle and then work on straightening the left ankle. Look underneath the right bicep. Slowly come on down, and we can walk our hands back into the wide leg fold. Toes in, heels out, find the half lift. Exhale, fold. This time take your hands to the outside of the heels or the outside of the feet. Bend your elbows. Bring your forearms to touch your shins and your collarbone down towards the floor. Lift your sit bones up tall. Release your hands down. Spin your right toe to the back of the room this time. Bend the right knee. Find your side angle. So bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up. You drop the left hand down, walk both hands towards the back of the room. So we're finding length through the spine and the torso first before we twist. Reach the right arm underneath the body. Find the outside of the left hamstring. So you're really tucking your right shoulder underneath the right leg. Take your left hand onto the right ankle and then begin to straighten your right leg out. Look underneath the left bicep. Keep pulling your left hand into the ankle and pulling your chest through. Gaze under the left bicep. Breathe. Slowly release your hands down into the center. This time let's bring our heels in and our toes out and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Whew. Let's bring our arms up overhead. Exhale, find our goddess squat. Inhale, lift, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands in the goddess squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Hold it down here. Lift your right toe off, or right heel off the mat. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right heel down. Inhale, lift. Left heel comes up tall. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have a challenge. Maybe you lift both heels up off the mat. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up overhead. Whew. Exhale. Come back into that. Actually, let's first bring our hands in the heart center first. And then let's find Gomukhasana arms. So let's bring our right arm in between the shoulder blades and take your left hand, point your thumb towards the floor, reach around. Find the bind behind your back. So if you can't quite catch your hands, you can grab your shirt or a towel, whatever you would like. And then go ahead, bend your knees a lot. Point your toes outside. And then find a half lift. So hinge at the hips, bring your chest parallel to the floor. Drive your booty back. Hold it here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round it up. One vertebrae at a time. You can let go. Change arms. So cartwheel your arms all the way up and over. Take your left hand in between the scapula, right hand. Point the thumb towards the floor. Bend the elbow. Find the bind. So lift through your chest. You could push your head into the left tricep to open it up a little bit further. Bend the knees a lot. Hinge at the hips, bring your chest parallel to the floor. Hold it here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round it up vertebrae by vertebrae, and you can release your hands. Whew. Slowly come on up. Inhale, bring your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Bring your toes in so your feet are parallel, flat back, and then drop your hands down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way back up towards the top of the mat. So your hands frame the foot, step it back, plank position. 5 push-ups. Exhale, come on down, drop it down. Yeah, drop to your knees if you need to. Inhale, push up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, push up. You got 2 more. Inhale, push up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, push up and find your child's pose. Knees apart, feet together, and stretch it long. So from our child's pose, come on up. Come all the way back up towards the top of the mat. We're going to finish off the practice. Come into your fire toes. So curl the toes under. So we're going to finish it off with the same exercise that we started the class with. So it's where we slowly release your heels down to the floor, reach forward. And then come on back. Reach forward. We got 10. And drop it down. 9. Drop it down. 8. Drop it down. 7. Drop it down. 6. Drop it down. 5. Drop it down. 4. Drop it down. 3. And down. 2. Down. Last one. Drop it down. Whew. Hang out here. Catch your breath. So we're going to do this where we drop the heels to the floor and then we come up to a chair. So we have 10 of those. So let's go ahead, start to glide your heels back, reach forward. So the reach forward is what's going to help you. Inhale, lift chair pose. Exhale, drop it down. Release the heels, hands in prayer, tap the knees. Kick it back, reach forward, find the chair. Drop it down, tap the knees. Reach forward, chair. Drop it down, tap the knees. Reach forward, chair. Drop it down, tap your knees. Reach forward, chair. Drop it down, tap the knees. Hang out here for just a moment. We got 5 more. Let's go. Kick the heels back, reach. 5. Tap the knees. Reach, chair. Drop it down, tap the knees. 3 more. You can do it. Hang in there, you guys. Kick it back. Reach, chair. Come on down. 1 more. Reach forward. Chair. Drop it down. Tap the knees. Woo! And then slide the feet out in front of you. Find our boat posture. So you can have your hands behind you. It's a hammock boat. Lift your legs up towards the sky. So you can have bent knees or straighten the legs. Let's go ahead and find some circles with the feet. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And let's go the other way. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring our knees down to the floor, feet down to the floor. We could give ourselves a big hug. Congratulate yourselves. You guys are doing awesome. This has not been an easy practice. Martina will attest, right, girl? You guys are troopers, so good job. Go ahead. Let's come all the way down onto your backs. We're going to do leg switches. So you could have your right leg up and the left leg down. Reach your hands towards the front of the room and go ahead, switch legs. And then switch, alternate back and forth. So keep going. See if you could get your scapula up off the mat. Hover the foot off the ground. And let's go. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Yes, massage it out. So let's find a pencil. So bring your arms and legs long. So you're stretching your hands towards the front of the room, feet towards the other side of the room. And then inhale, lift your feet and your hands up off the floor. Open them up like a 5-point star. Bring them back together. And then open them. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees into the chest. Whew, just do the best you can. Getting strong abs. So the last one we're going to do is called hip ups. So we'll have our feet towards the floor. So just come into a savasana, press your hands down into the ground. We'll lift our legs up overhead and then lift your hips up off the floor as high as you could get them. And then slowly come on down. Hover the feet up off the floor. Inhale, lift them up. Get your hips high, lower down. So let's go. We got 10, 9, lower down, 8, lower down, 7, lower down, 6, lower down, 5, and down, 4, and down, 3, and down, 2, and down, last one, and down, knees into your chest. Whew. Let's go ahead, bring our feet together, knees go wide. For Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle. Interlace all 10 fingers and release your index fingers. You reach your arms up overhead. And go ahead and reach your hands in between your legs. And then reach them up overhead. Between the legs and up overhead. So we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Overhead, knees into your chest. Give yourselves that big hug. And then slowly lower your feet down to the floor. Bring your fingertips to touch the heels. And then go ahead and lift your hips up, finding a half bridge. You can take your hands, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders behind the back body. Take your left foot to the center of the room. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Point your right toe. Drop your right foot to hover the floor. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. You got 3 more. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lift. Drop your foot down to the floor. Right foot to the center. Inhale, lift your left leg up. You can do it. You got 5. Inhale, lift. 4. Inhale, lift. 3. Inhale, lift. 2. Inhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lift. Slowly come on down. Do you ever do a full wheel or no? Okay. And then let's go ahead, bring our knees into our chest and just start to rock forward. So we'll come all the way up and let's go ahead and swing our legs back behind us. Find a downward facing dog. Let's bring our right foot up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right, outside of the right wrist for pigeon pose. Inhale, lift tall through the chest and then exhale, melt it down to the floor. go ahead, change sides. So come up high in your hands, kick back in your downward facing dog, pedal the feet left and right. Lift your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left wrist. Front leg is at a 45-degree angle. Lift through your chest and then melt it down to the floor. And then we'll walk it back. Find your downward facing dog. Once again, curl the toes under, lift the hips high to the sky. You could cross your legs in front of you. Bring your legs all the way out in front. Find Paschimottanasana. So first, let's explore Dandasana, where we sit up tall. Press your hands down into the ground as we lift up tall through the crown of the head. So sit up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down towards the floor. You can release your head down to the ground. If you're extra flexible, you can always take a block behind the feet. Hold your hands to the outside of the block. Slowly come on up. Let's find a half a Gomukhasana. So take the right foot all the way to the left hip. Stack your knees, one on top of the other. Take your left arm underneath the right, find your eagle arms. Cross your elbows, cross your wrists. So if you can't quite get your eagles to touch, you could give yourselves the big hug. Inhale, lift up tall, and then hinge your elbows in front of the knee. Relax your head. And then we'll slowly come on up. Let's find the other side. Straighten the right leg. Take your left knee, bend it, stack the knee. Bring your left foot or ankle to the outside of the right hip. Take your right hand underneath the left, cross your elbows, cross your wrists, lift up tall, and then hook your elbows in front of your knee. Rest your head down. Slowly come on up. Straighten your legs out. Let's bring the feet together. Knees go wide. We could maybe butterfly the knees a little bit. Find a tall spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Press your elbows into the knees, closer to the floor as you rest your head. Gently come on up. Roll onto your backs. Let's find happy baby. If you have any final positions, shoulder stand or plow, feel free to take them now. So we have a couple of options. Hands to the outside of the feet for happy baby. You could play around with straightening one leg and or the other. So when we come into happy baby, your thigh goes to the outside of the rib cage. Hands are on the outside of the foot. And you want your full cervical spine down on the floor. So gaze down the center line and root your sacrum, your tailbone, down onto the floor. Maybe you do both legs. If you want to come into a shoulder stand or a plow, the first level would be to take a block, lift your hips, and put your hips onto the block for supported legs up the wall. You could stop here. If you want to go further, you could bring your feet all the way up overhead. Find your plow pose. If you want to stop at the shoulder stand, go ahead. I was going to do it on the way out, but you could do it either way. It's your practice. Put your hands onto the low hips and begin to bring your legs straight up towards the ceiling. So bringing your hips closer to your face and your heels away from you. Hug the belly in. This is great for your fifth chakra. It's a compression of your thyroid gland. And then with control, slowly hinge at the hips. You can move the block out of the way, one vertebrae at a time. Coming down towards the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Let's take the feet down to the floor, and then let's take our right foot on top of the left ankle. Drop your knees off to the right. You could cactus your arms, find any position that is suitable. And we'll come back up. Release your right foot to the floor. Take your left foot onto the right knee and drop it off to the left. And then we'll come back to the center. Give yourselves one more hug. You can rock it side to side. Maybe you plant your feet down onto the floor doing a baby bridge just to kind of neutralize the spine. And then extend your legs long. Final Savasana. You could stay here as long as you'd like. Just relax into the pose. There's nothing more to do. Just surrender.
I would jump up, I see when just look at you. Could you have ever known if I never let you show? Now I just wanna know.
You could begin to awaken the body, moving your fingers and your toes. Maybe you flex your hands to the back of the room as you flex your toes. Or flex your fingertips towards the floor and then make a fist. Point your toes. You could roll your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Grow tall with your spine. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a big hug. Roll over to one side of your mat. Rest on your right bicep for just a moment. And then gently push up into a nice cross-legged position. So come on up here, Martina. So I am so grateful, Hands in the Heart Center. I'm so grateful for my beautiful friend Martina who came to do yoga with me today. It doesn't matter where you're at in your yoga practice, just get started. I started in my 40s, so it's never too late. You can do yoga all the way until your 90s. So Hands in the Heart Center, let's find some much love and light and gratitude. And let's send some love out to all the people who are either in trouble with finances due to the coronavirus or who are impacted by the coronavirus in any way, shape, or form. Just letting them know that we care. If you need help for any reason, please ask. There's all sorts of resources out there. You don't have to be alone. So thank you so much for coming today. From my heart to yours, much love and light. Namaste. Peace out, yogis.
Namaste.
Bye.